Alright guys, there we go. Finally got my mic to work, but here we are. Here tonight for the Pro Late Models at Kern County. You see it there. 0.29 miles of the racing service. Definitely going to be something fun here to watch. I actually just bought this racetrack, so I didn't even have it on. Qualifying is done. We're here for the heat race action. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed their day. Going to go ahead and show you the Heat 1 roundup. I believe everybody made it into the first heat. I'm not 100% sure. But gonna go ahead and look at the...
What's up, everybody? Same thing as every week.
Oh, that hit the wrong button. Hey, I'm gonna go to live. Hide this. Road number 1, starting pole for tonight's heat race is going to be Trevor Notke with Gary Mansberger to his outside. Joshua Notke in row number 2 with Christian Roos to his outside. P number 5, starting row number 3 is going to be Eric Dean with Joe Job to his outside. And then car number 69, running out your 6-car field, is going to be number 69 of Christopher Cash. So 7 drivers all out here tonight for the first heat race. Going to be something fun out here to watch. Is there's a new track. Not a lot of drivers know the track. I know I do not. I actually just bought this racetrack just before I went live, and I had to get everything all set up and hunky-dory before I went to Green Flag Racing. Hopefully everybody is having a fantastic day. And already pace car is in pit lane. Going to drop the green flag for a lot of these drivers. Trevor Notke in the number 39 going to lead these drivers back to the green flag. As now they're going to go into turn number 3 and 4. Kind of a weird shaped oval. Trevor Notke on to the front stretch. They are underway. Gary Mansberger gets a great jump alongside. And Trevor Notke going to be able to pull away. As it looks like Josh Notke getting around Gary Mansberger. So you got the 1-2 Notke brothers try to keep up that 1-2 positions. Right behind them you got Eric Dean into that number 53, beautiful number 53 machine. Trying to do what he can do. As Christopher Cash ended up having a little bit of a spin in the back, able to get that number 69 machine up and going. Caution is not going to come out during the heat race, but here so far, 4 laps are complete. Trevor Notke running the fastest lap of the race here with a 13.711. Trevor Notke not one to mess around with. He's out here doing what he needs to do, as he's got that line rolling in his favor. Trevor trying to pull away from his brother, able to do so. As pretty much you see the whole field has gotten split out super far. I want to thank everybody out there that is tuned in throughout the whole week. I mean, you just heard me talking on Sunday. Yeah, I did show up a little bit late, but nonetheless, I was there with Brandon Polt on Sunday night for the Premier Series as the ARCA cars went to Michigan for the Premier Series. Now they're going to go to road. Road and dirt. Definitely going to be something fun to watch. So you guys make sure you tune in on Sundays for that. Mondays, no broadcast. Tuesdays, you see myself in here. Same with Brendan Polt and John Dobinger on the Xfinity side for Core Racing League over on CRN. Wednesday night, you got the Chop Shop GT League with Mark Thomas and Carl Handwerk. And then Thursday, you're going to have myself and Carl Handwerk into the race GT League. So make sure you guys tune into that one because that one's actually going to be really fun to watch. And then Fridays, no broadcast as of right now. And then Saturdays, we're going with the PSCRL with Jimmy and Derek Sherman in the broadcast booth for that one. So coming on out and getting their warm-up in. So we're going to go ahead and let them have their 3 minutes. And we'll be right back.
What's up, Dibble? Living dream.
Oh boy.
I just saw that. That's great.
Love it.
Sorry, broadcast made me laugh.
Now it's all up to you, Chris. Did you win a race?
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Come on, be like
Hey.
Sam Little.
Hey, Dylan. What's your schedule look like for in January? Probably like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because I may be throwing a chili bowl up. But it'll be big money race, winner take all kind of situation. So, yeah. Can't wait to wreck.
All right, we're back. Pretty sure everybody just kind of heard the conversation, just try to get together with everybody. But nonetheless, we're still here. We're out here. We're strong. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the starting lineup for tonight's feature event. 10 cars making the shoot. 10 cars going to get a top 10. P number 1 is going to be Jason Hayes. Second will be Stephen Perkins. Third is Zach Bremer. Fourth, Trevor Notke. Fifth, Josh Notke. Sixth, Gary Mansberger. Seventh, Eric Dean. Eighth, Christian Roos. Ninth, Joe Job. And rounding out your 10-car field is going to be Christopher Cash. That's going to be the starting lineup for tonight's race here at Kern County. Obviously, the top 3 finish up there for a reason. They had their race cars dialed in for Kern County. Again, these guys are using a default setup from iRacing. Normally, they get racing setups from Elite Performance Industries. Devin Morgan making beautiful sets week in and week out, but tonight with the new track, they wanted to put it on the schedule. They did not have the schedule or the setup for Kern County. Jason Haynes, Stephen Perkins going to lead these drivers to the green flag. Down the backstretch they go into turn number 3 and 4. Hopefully for the only time that they're slow rolling around this racetrack. Jason Haynes gets a beautiful jump, but it's going to be Stephen Perkins on that outside getting cleared. Almost 3 wide. Behind him, Trevor Notke trying to stick his nose in there. Here comes the number 24, Zach Bremer. He's not able to make it work, but here comes Gary Mansberger on that outside, using it to his advantage. Has the run, is going to get up in the wall. Oh, Zach Bremer trying to get down to the inside, just can't get the car to rotate and turn. Slide job crossover coming from the number 86 machine. He gets there. Jason Haynes slowly losing his positions. Gary Mansberger, tap on the wall, keeps it going straight. Zach Bremer has to get on the binders just a little bit. Same with his brother Josh. His teammate Josh Notke trying to work his way up from P number 5 up to the top. Everybody is single filed all the way through this racetrack though as of right now. Eric Dean starting to go a little bit slow. Has not made any positions, has not gained any positions or lost, so he's neutral right there, right where he stopped. Oh, almost flipping it over, bicycling it there is Christian Roos. Goes to the outside, just not able to get the run going. As he's got Joe Job coming up. Christian Roos try to look for a way around at this number 53 machine. 53 almost getting into Jason Haynes there, momentarily able to get around it, but Stephen Perkins, it's him all up front with Trevor Notke hot on his tail. How hot do you want to use those tires? Again, 35 laps is the distance for the feature race. Already 8 laps down, coming to the line this time by. And a hot and spicy battle heating up for this, and we got 2 cars spun around. Jason Haynes, Christopher Cash getting the cars rotated the other way. So while these two are battling, we're going to go ahead and look back at a quick CRA replay, see what happened. Christopher Cash up on the outside. Couldn't get the car to turn. I think he just got collected in all this. Oh, yeah, Jason Haynes. Nowhere to go. Yard sale for the number 66 machine. No yard sale for the number 69. And we're still underway. Oh, is the 39 and the 66 getting together. Able to get on around. That's the problem with lap traffic and dirt. It's super hard to get around anything. Oh, geez, Stephen Perkins hits the apron. That's going to inherit the lead on over to Trevor Notke. Trevor's going to use that outside to his advantage. He waited for the mistake from the number 11 of Stephen Perkins. He's able to use that outside to his advantage. Got around the number 39, or got around the number 11. And it moved Trevor Notke up to the race lead, up 3 positions from where he has started. Obviously didn't qualify his way in through qualifying. Had to run his heat race to get that final starting order. 13 laps down out of 35. And so far, so good. Trevor Notke. Oh, get a little tight. Can't get the car to rotate. Here comes Stephen Perkins down to the inside. You thought better of it that time by. Going to be right on that back bumper. You're going to angle the car down. Try to get the run off. Not going to be able to do it this time by. Nose to tail for the front 2 leaders. Try to do what they can. Just not able to get it done. As looking at so far, Trevor Notke with the race lead. As we have our first yellow flag of the night. I'm going to go ahead and go back here. See what happened. It looked like Jason Haynes. Oh, broke a tie rod. Was up into the wall. Couldn't get. Oh, there goes a tire. Out of nowhere. Yard sale big time before the number 66 machine. He had to tow back into his pit lane. And he is going to have some major malfunctions there. Going to go ahead and go back here to this quick replay. Is Jason Haynes has elected to leave the building. Said his race is done here tonight. Pace truck off of the racing surface one more time. What a caution, 16 laps. Not bad for a lot of these drivers. Off of turn number 3 and 4. Trevor Nocky is going to have the jump in. There he goes. He's going to be able to clear the number 11 going into turn number 1, and that's going to regroup everybody back up. It was just these two doing battle. Zach Bremer under heavy fire from Gary Mansberger. Gary got down to his inside. Gary spins it right up in front of Trevor Nocky, Josh Nocky, and that's going to bring out another yellow flag. We're going to go ahead and look and see what happened to the number 60 or 86 machine. See him here. He's going to get down, rubbing some paint. He gets in that slick and just spun him on around. Joe Job getting on his binders as well. And a big yard sale for that number 86 machine as we are quickly back under yellow flag conditions. Jason Haynes on out here. Back out. Is it's saying Christopher Cash is out. Same with Gary Mansberger, but I don't think that is the truth. But I could be wrong. So Jason Haynes got back out here and is going to run some more laps. Hopefully get his 1 lap back and get back on the green flag lap. So Christopher Cash coming out of pit lane this time by. And we are back under racing here. You got Steven Perkins down to the inside of Josh Nodke. Zach Bremer's going to run a little bit too wide. Eric Dean making his way up here towards the front. Going to be side by side with the number 24. Just not able to get the power down. Oh, Eric Dean hitting the barrier, running, or not the barrier, but the berm. Running that inside lane, trying to get something to work down there. Just losing a lot of momentum that a lot of these other drivers are not losing. But so far able to keep it P number 4. His teammate Steven Perkins up at P number 2, trying to do what they can. Try to get back around Trevor Nocky. Wants to get that lead back and try to pull away. But so far it is all Trevor Nocky towards the front. There you see it, the battle between the top two. They got to run that outside to get part of that slickness. As Jason Haynes falling off just a little bit. Joshua Nocky back here trying to work his way back up here. Started P number 5 and is still sitting P number 5. So not moving up, not moving down. But try to be as consistent as he possibly can. Oh, Eric Dean got a little bit too sideways into the corner. Luckily, there's a little bit of distance between the 53 and the 113. No collisions there between these two drivers. Christian Roos looking to try and find his way on around these two drivers. Lap number 24 out of 35. There's 10 laps to go this time by. Ten laps to go for a lot of these drivers. Going to see what they can do. But nonetheless, still a lot of great racing. Hopefully everybody out there is enjoying the racing that these drivers are putting on. It's always fun watching everybody come on out here and do what they possibly can. Looking at the comments right now, Barry Kistler out there in the broadcast chat. Ready to enjoy good luck, drivers. Taking a peek at the broadcast chat. I want to thank everybody out there that has liked, shared, subscribed to CRN. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe. It's all completely free. Want to get us up to our next milestone of 800 subscribers. While we were away, focusing on this battle, there was a pass for the race lead. Stephen Perkins was able to get back around Trevor Nocky, but Trevor Nocky not going to go down without a fight. He's going to be right up on the back bumper. 5 laps to go this time by. Trevor Nocky all over the back bumper of the number 11 machine. Stephen Perkins trying to get it done. Just has to hold off that strong number 39 here towards the end. What if the 39 kind of burned up those tires just a little bit too much? Tire wear is a big thing for the dirt side now. Kind of like oval. You got to keep an eye on them. 3 laps to go this time by. Looking at it now, this is going to be the biggest battle for the race lead. Eric Dean still holding off Josh Noddicky, Chris Roos, the 12 of Joe Job. But nonetheless, still making everything work. Is a white flag this time by. Is there going to be a desperation move for the number 39? Is he going to be able to get the run? Do we see a crossover? No. Stephen Perkins blocks the slider line. And it's going to be Stephen Perkins coming around with the race win. Trevor Nodke going to finish P number 2. Zach Bremer going to finish 3rd. 4th is going to be Eric Dean. 5th, Josh Nodke. 6th, Christian Roos. 7th, Joe Job. 8th, Jason Haynes. 9th, Gary Mansberger. 10th, Christopher Cash. And going to go ahead and get our 3rd place finisher up here in the broadcast booth while they're all waiting so very patiently. You can see them all there. It's a beautiful picture. As I get ready to pull in Zach Bremer to the broadcast booth. Going to find him real quick. As I get him, we're going to go ahead and move him on up here. That's going to be the number 24, Zach Bremer. Zach, this is Dylan in the CRN broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. You missed last week, but you came back out here. Got a P number 3 here tonight at Kern County, one of the newer racing tracks on the service. It looked really tough out there. I mean, obviously, you see in the middle was super slicked off, but nonetheless, come out here with a P number 3. What was the momentum going in here? Did you want to be on that outside, inside? Where did you want to be to run this racetrack?
Yeah, I think tonight you really wanted to be on the inside because there's minimum banking, and that outside you really just couldn't get enough going off of it. And the inside let you have a little more leeway with bouncing up too, so you didn't get in the wall.
Yeah, you definitely got to watch the wall. You got to watch that inside berm too. I mean, I earlier in the race, I seen Eric Dean get up on 2 wheels, bicycle it a little bit, and he lost a lot of position. So that's going to be something to watch there, especially with any track that has some berms. Next week, though, it's the 305s. Obviously, big thing about 305s, you got to make sure they keep the momentum up. They're going to be at I-55. Obviously, it's Halloween next weekend, next Tuesday. So is I-55 and 305s your kind of thing, or are you just kind of trying to keep it nice and patient, get through the rest of the season?
Yeah, I hope I can make the race, but I wouldn't put it past work. So, but yeah, obviously, if I can make it, I'm just going to keep a steady pace and just points drive, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the name of the game here. But, Zach, before we let you get on out of here, is there anybody on that number 24 machine you'd like to give a shout-out to?
Yeah, I definitely got to give a shout-out to RDR Services, Freedom Race Lifts, all my teammates, you up in the broadcast booth, of course, and then Busch Light for sponsoring tonight's drinks.
All right, Trevor, we're going to go ahead, Zach, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here, celebrate that 3rd place finish, and hopefully we get to see you again next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's going to be our 3rd place finisher of Zach Bremer. Going to go ahead and bring up our 2nd place finisher. That's going to be the number 39 of Trevor Nodke. And Trevor, this is Dylan of the CRN broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. You tried doing what you could. You had the race lead there for the majority of this race. Not sure what happened. It was focusing on your brother and Eric Dean doing a little bit of battling towards the back, but kind of walk us through what happened and gave Stephen Perkins the race lead.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get out to the front there early, and I was running my line, and I don't know, it was probably lap 17, 18, and I pushed really bad in 1 and 2 and just couldn't recover and allowed Steven to get under me, and I just couldn't quite get him.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some, but nonetheless, I mean, you two had an absolute fantastic battle for all 35 laps. I mean, for it to only be, one or two cautions, absolutely beautiful. 35 laps in and done. Obviously, didn't get to hear from you last week, but nonetheless, hey, it happens. But now it's I-55 in the 305s. Obviously, next week is trick-or-treating if you have kids. I'm going to have to talk to Christopher Cash about this. Like, hey, man, let's take an off week here for trick-or-treating, because I know a lot of people out here are fathers, so they do want to spend time with their kids. So, but basically, if we don't, what's going to be your mindset for I-55 next week?
Team points, that's our main focus right now. We're just trying to get quality finishes. At least two guys in the top 3 would be the best, but we're trying to shoot for everybody in the top 5 each week to solidify the team points championship.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the way you got to look at it. I mean, you guys are pretty much dominating the team points as of right now. So, I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be able to get close to you. But, obviously anything can happen. There's still a lot of racing left in the season. Look at about 4 races. So, I mean, it's definitely going to be something different to watch out for. But can't wait to see what you could do next week. Hopefully not next week. Maybe a following week. But, Trevor, before I let you get on out of here, is there anybody to that number 39 machine you'd like to give a shout-out to?
Yeah, I just gotta thank my teammates, Black Lungs Motorsports, Freedom Race Lifts, and RDR Services.
All right, Trevor, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here. Celebrate that second place finish here tonight, and we'll be talking to you here soon.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, this is going to be our second place finisher. Going to go ahead and grab our race winner. That's going to be the number 11 of Stephen Perkins. Stephen! This is Dylan in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you got the mic working this week. We weren't able to get a conversation with you last week with that podium finish, but now we get to talk to you again here tonight. Man, first off, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
You were up front the whole race. You and Trevor Nocky doing what you had to do. Jason Haynes was up there with you. Then he kind of slowly fell all the way towards the back. But it's got to feel good to get another win notched on that belt and to say that you can walk away from Kern County a race winner.
Oh yeah, for sure. I kind of went into this race kind of having it up in the air. This isn't really one of my favorite tracks to run, even it being the new track of the season, but I ran some practice laps here this week and tried to figure out what I need to do, and apparently the practice laps paid off. So shout out to Trevor Nocky on running a great race. That was probably one of the best races this season, pretty close. If we both wouldn't have got tight, I wouldn't have lost the lead in the beginning, and then he got tight and he lost the beginning. It was a good race, though.
Yeah, super good. It was actually clean. I mean, you guys had a few doors here or there, but I mean, hey, it's just short track, dirt track racing. You're going to beat and bang here and there. He was all over your back bumper for the majority of the race. He finally got around to you, and then he had that mistake later in the race that propelled you to the race lead, and you just never really looked back. I seen you play the defensive line, dropping all the way down to the inside to not let him have that slider line, and it paid off to your expertise. You were able to come home with a race win, and now we focus our sights on I-55 next week. I mean, just like I was telling everybody else, hopefully Chris looks at that and says, hey, you know what, let's just go ahead and take a week off due to Halloween. But I-55 in the 305s, everybody knows it's all momentum based. Can you keep the momentum up? Is that a track on the schedule that you had circled, or did we already pass the track that you had circled all year already?
To be honest with you, I-55 hasn't been one of my greatest tracks either, but here in the past couple of weeks, I've been running it a lot in the 360 and 410, and I ran a couple of 305 races there, so I'm actually really looking forward to it. It should be pretty fun. It should be just as good racing as it was here tonight.
Yeah, definitely going to be fun. And just like you said, how about Kern County here tonight? You ended up getting the race win. So maybe every week you got to say, all right, you know what? This ain't my track. Just so as of right now, it's definitely paying good for you. So, Steven, before we let you get on out of here, is there anybody on that number 11 machine you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out my team, ESR Racing, Unlimited Landscaping, Madison Perkins Photography, my wife and son, they're watching right now, and shout out to my mom and dad, they're watching too. And pretty much shout out to Christopher Cash and for hosting this league, and shout out to you for putting on a great broadcast every week.
All right, Steven, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here and celebrate that race win with the friends and family, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again in the podium position next week.
I hope so. Thank you, sir.
No problem. All right, that's going to be our race winner of Steven Perkins. Steven Perkins getting it done up here, 35 laps up, 35 laps down, got the race win, did what he needed to do to get it all done, but that's going to do it for the dirt race here tonight. Kern County, one of the really good racetracks out here on the schedule, is really looking forward to it. Just, you know, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to CRN, leave a like on the video. Share with your mom, your dad, your family, your friends, grandma, anybody that you can think of. Get them enticed as well. I want to give a big shout out to Elite Performance Industries, Nana Cash's Authentics, Antiques, Shanko Diecast, Lobster Boys Food Truck, and everybody that has come on board, along with 2.5 Cinematography. So if you guys need some racing photos done, hit up Jaden Lapp with 2.5 Cinematography. Make sure you guys tune into the other stream with John Obiger with the Xfinity cars. They're live right now. But that's going to do it for myself here tonight in the broadcast booth. My name is Dylan McDonald for CRN. Make sure you guys take care. Brush your hair.